Okay, we're down here at Renata Inlet. This is a much neglected little reserve off Matapo Road on Te Atatu Peninsula. RiverCare Group Te Wai Pareira has taken this project on, and our intention is to restore this neglected and abused space back into a functioning ecosystem. Renata Inlet is really interesting. It's special, it's a local treasure. It's fed by a freshwater spring, and we have a tidal freshwater interface down here. We believe that this was probably a site of pre-European occupation. We are near a source of fresh water and close to a source of Kaimoana and the Waitemata Harbour. The spring has now been piped and turned into a stormwater drain. What was once lowland coastal forest is now a mess of wattle, pampas and weed. So we're working on weed clearance along with the council and replanting the native forest. These wild spaces are becoming increasingly precious. I don't believe that a functioning ecosystem and human habitation need to be mutually exclusive. So landscapers have a critical skill in this space. We are the green technicians, and there's an opportunity for our expertise to be deployed in the restoration of these spaces. Mulch over the top. With climate change and environmental degradation, our skill set is really important in the healing of the natural world. We have that expertise, we have the skills, we have the resource to make a real difference in this space. I think we're seeing urban spaces, urban backyards, home gardens getting smaller and smaller and smaller. So getting involved in these larger shared public spaces is going to become more commonplace. You know, in the UK we have the allotment garden where people would live in terrace housing and go to their allotment garden. I think we're going to see more of that, and so these spaces, these reserves, will become both ecological in terms of native plants, flora, fauna, corridors for our native birds, but also places where we can produce food. So all the species chosen occur naturally in this area. All the plants were eco-sourced. You know, those big species, the karaka, pururi and koikoe, kowhai, are long-term big trees that support our flora and fauna. Part of this project was the involvement of two local businesses, the landscape company Second Nature Gardens, which I'm a director of. We wanted to get involved in a community project and walk the talk around doing good work in the environment. We'd like to gratefully acknowledge the support of Central Landscapes, who are doing more and more work in this space. So it was a case of some local businesses supporting the community to do this invaluable restoration work. Also important to acknowledge the tremendous support we've had from Auckland Council in this space and our local board who provided some of the funds.